Hello. Please sit. Thank you for coming. I think you are right on time. I seem to have forgotten to put on a watch. That's okay. Well, I understand that today is your first day here. I will be giving you a little bit of a rundown. Now, here we have opened our business. We opened in the year 2021. Okay. So we are fairly new, but I can assure you that we know what we are doing. We take watches in for repair and maintenance. As you are aware, and we also sell watches. And we provide a soothing experience for our customers. Yes. So, here I'm first going to kind of briefly talk about our workstations, and then I will take you over to the display cases, and we will go from there discussing interactions with customers. So I'm sure you are familiar with these. And so over here, we like to keep our organization. This is where we keep these, and we have 2 of them in case one becomes faulty. So obviously for the screw backs, we would use one of these. So if you will notice, this has more of a flathead type design to it, whereas this one is more pointed in comparison, you can see. So it would be up to your personal preference and what will fit better into the back to, unscrew. And so, to hold the entire watch together, we do have a variety. Personally, I prefer to use this one. I just find it the easiest to work with. So this one is quite nice. And then we also have this one. So obviously the handle, if you go this way, it will bring this notch down. And if you go this way, back up. And then on the back we have this, and it will control the 2 at the top. And from there you can create whichever size you need. Okay? And obviously we are working with small, delicate things, timepieces. So I would highly recommend using this when working. Now I see you are wearing glasses. So you can just simply clip to your glasses here. And you can work. I highly recommend this. Okay. Now, when it comes to taking off the snapbacks, you can use this tool to help, or you can use one of the more traditional tools to work your way in. Okay, this one, in my opinion, I do not like. It is a little bit dull, whereas this one is much sharper, as you can see. So it also fits into the hand much nicer. So to work like so, you can pry. Alright, we do have our tweezers here for picking up our tiny pieces, and for unloading spring bars, this is the one I like to use. Yes, I do like this color, that's why I picked it. And of course we have some screwdrivers, different sizes to suit your different needs depending on what you are working with. And as you are aware, spring bars can just jump out and go flying and you never see them again. So we have lots of extra, and I would highly recommend using tape to hold down your spring bars while you are working. Okay? And if you need an extra light, you can always use mine until you get your own. And obviously, for the snapbacks, we have this to press down, and we do keep different sizes underneath the workstation as to not clutter. So if you need different sizes, they are kept here. Alrighty. Now, I did have... Oh yes, sorry. We're hammering in the links. Always remember to be firm, but not too tough. I personally have not broken any links yet. I typically like to use this side as it will absorb a lot of the impact and not transfer too much force. And bang into the links. Okay. Now I wanted to do a small maintenance on a watch. So this one is from an old-time customer, very loyal, and here is his citizen watch. Quite old. And has a lot of lovely characteristics to it. And so I would like to just clean it off just a little bit, not too much. It's not necessary, but I do like to make the watch feel special and cared for. Okay. Alright. There are some charismatic scuffs, which do tell a wonderful story of the life of this watch, but we don't want to add to that story, so we are trying to remove the back without creating any unnecessary scratches. So okay. So we have taken the back off, and I will just set it to the side. And the battery is dead, so I'm going to remove it. And I just want to get a better look here. Just to make sure that nothing is out of place. Okay. It all appears to be good. That is perfect. And I will get a battery for it. Okay. So this battery is a 364 SR621SW. Fairly common. I'm going to place it correctly back there. And when putting this back, you see this notch here. Make sure that it is in line with that bar. You don't want to break it. So now we are going to press it back into place. Going to place it here and press. Very nice. And there we have it. Now, the customer did not request maintenance, but we will still do a thorough cleaning. It is important to always go the extra mile and show that you really care. Yeah. Now, for one more, this customer has a very old Guess watch. And the band, as you can see, it's retaining its curved shape to the touch. It is a bit dry feeling. And the leather is starting to crack. This watch needs something new. Okay, so the client has requested that the band be removed at once. They have not selected a new band, but we're going to remove it so that they can get a better idea of what the watch will look like when placed next to a fresh one. Okay, so we're going to remove the spring bars. So this one, a little bit tough because the leather is so kind of poofy. So let's try to. Oops. Okay, so this doesn't go flying. Set it right here. So, this one is giving me a bit of trouble. No problem. Take your time. Go slow. So we are just going to keep this one until our new bands arrive and we can show off our new inventory. Okay. So for today, that is all I have for you as far as repair. Okay, I want you to feel familiar with our stations. And if no one is here and you just want to associate with everything, that is absolutely fine with me. I encourage it. And if we ever have a repair that would require more tools than just this, then we will ship it to our repair station. They are a bit more well versed and they have many more tools than we have here on site. Okay, and now let's go over to the display case, okay? Alright, let's go. Alrighty, so now that all of that is taken care of, we can begin with the display case. And so obviously up top we have our glass, okay? As you can see, glass. And now down here we have our mat, and we like to use this across all of our display cases. I have noticed positive feedback is a lot more common from the customers since we began with this fabric. So, as you begin working here, you will be able to start setting up your very own display case. So, at night, we lock everything up, and in the morning, we put it all back out. Now I want you to get as creative as you would like and just really create your own space. I want that to be authentic. Okay? I want you to put you in here. Alright? Okay. So I'm just going to show you how I may set up one of these. Okay? So typically I like to start by setting up the watches and adding the juge after. Alright. Okay. Now it is entirely up to you, but I almost like to set things up matching a little bit. So here you can see we have some brown, and this has gold in it, gold and silver. And here you can also see we have gold and silver. So I think this would be a wonderful flow to the display case. Okay. And so I typically like to stick to 6 watches per case. We don't want to overwhelm the eyes. Sometimes when you look at too much, it can really take away from everything. We want it nice and clear and clean. Okay? Now, I like to have a timepiece resting across this stone. I believe that it just adds, a little flair. Now, I'm going to use this one. It is rather tiny and fairly old. It is from the year 1986. And this one is not for sale, so I would not consider it to be a part of the 6 watches in the case. This is just for a little eye candy, I guess. Alright. And as you've noticed, these ones have a little bit of trouble staying, so I usually like to put a little like a little crutch behind it. And now they're a bit more stable. And here I have this little accent rock, and I think I'm going to place it with the other more natural colors. I think that looks nice. Yes. Okay. And we also have a selenite tower, which I think the shine brings out lovely qualities to the display case. Now, it's entirely up to you. We do have some little glass rocks that you can strategically set out. Or you can pass on them. I will be placing a few out just to see how we feel about it. So put one here. Have some nice contrast and colors that also are going to come back around and tie everything together. And I think that is pretty good. So now I want to discuss a little bit of our process of showing off the pieces, okay? Now first, I think that presentation within yourself is very important, okay? So, for example, the way that we talk is going to set the tone. We want to create a relaxing tone, an inviting tone, and make everyone here feel comfortable. So, we do have a few guidelines. We request that you do not raise your voice and do never raise your voice to the customer under any circumstance. And we ask that you do not laugh. Now, depending on your personality, you may find that difficult. I completely understand. I laugh all the time. Just last Wednesday I laughed, so I get it. We sometimes have a need to do that. Now, if you absolutely feel the need to laugh, that it's just going to happen, I would suggest practicing doing an exhale along with a head nod. So, let's say you said something funny, I'm going to and do a head nod. Or if you want to get a little bit spontaneous, you can do one of these. Ha ha. So it's almost melodic. I want you to try that at home. So a word that I would like for you to say and practice with me would be exquisite. Yes. Now you say it. Let me give you the full experience. So just say exquisite. Not like that, like this. Exquisite. Exquisite. Come closer. Come on. Say exquisite. Closer. Exquisite. That's good. That's enough. I want you to practice that at home, okay? In the mirror. And I want you to practice it on your friends and your family. So I would like for you to interact with as many surfaces and materials that you can, okay? It is very pleasing to see, I have noticed. Now, when touching the timepieces and just touching everything, I want you to do it as if it were the first time you have ever touched it, okay? For example, I want you to touch it like it is the first time, not like you just got here to planet Earth and you are taking in everything for the first time. Not like that. That is not what I mean. What I mean by that is I want you to touch as if it is the first time you are touching a lover, respectfully, and with a bit of hesitation, okay? So obviously you are free to show a piece on to the glass, but if you are more comfortable, we do have a presentation. A presentation pad. So you can just set it right down and go through all of your key points. Remember, you want to ask what are things that they like, what are things that they dislike. I almost feel like asking people what they dislike is more important than asking what they like. So and then when you are done, you can place it right back. Remove the presentation pad and place it back like so. And if you notice anything throughout the day is getting dusty, we do have a cleaning brush. You can lightly dust and just dust carefully, lightly. And if you want to talk to the timepieces, it is encouraged. Okay. I would also like to mention that you can, throughout the day, if you want to brush the little hairs, we do have small brushes, and you can make it look natural. You can make it a little bit messy. Kind of giving it texture, fluffing it up. That's what you like. Or you can smooth it down however you see fit. And so, here at our shop, we do not like to pressure anybody into buying something. We don't do pressure sales. It goes against everything we stand for. Take it easy. Be yourself. And enjoy life. Okay? You're gonna do good here. Alright.